Good morning. I'm Laurel McCarg, host of Alligator Preserves, and I have such an exciting show for you today. We have a very special guest, so stick around. Jack Robert, welcome to Alligator Preserves, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited for today.
I'm very excited too. Ooh, should we tell the people out there watching or listening, have we ever met one another before?
Well, you are my aunt, so yes.
I am?
You are, yes.
All right, this is like one of those full disclosure things. I
Uh,
am Jack's great aunt.
oh, yes.
His mother is my niece. And I've only probably seen you a handful of times in our lives,
Yeah.
right? And I hope
Yeah, we live across the country from each other. It's a little, a little far.
it's a little far, but anyway, I am so proud and honored that to have you on my show today. So I'm going to start by asking you a question I probably could not have answered when I was your age. So I'm going to hit you with a hard one, okay? Who is Jack Robert?
Who is Jack Robert? Jack Robert is a singer, songwriter, and a guitarist. And he likes country music, but he also likes other music. Very, very wide range. But overall, I would say a country musician is Jack Robert.
A country musician. I like that. I don't even know if I could tell you who I am today. So good on you. What is the first song you remember, or a favorite song you remember from your childhood? Oh, and oh, by the way, how old are you?
I'm 13.
You're 13. So when I say from your childhood.
Well, actually, I think I remember the first song I remember like learning the words to is "Drink in My Hand" by Eric Church. So I was like a 6-year-old saying, "All you gotta do is put a drink in," and I'd sing that all around the house. Obviously, not the best thing for a 6-year-old to be singing.
Who was it playing that? Was that your mother? Do I need to have a talk with your mother?
Yeah, country radio was on all the time.
I never knew that. I never knew that about your family. It's very interesting. And of course, I live in Colorado. You live where now? Where are you recording from?
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay. What's happening in Maryland? Is everything okay? Weather-wise, you're not like on fire or in floods or any of that kind of stuff?
No. Yes, it's pretty nice here. Nothing very exciting happening.
That's good. I wish I could say the same. We have fires going on in Colorado, so I have my windows closed, which I'm not used to because there's so much smoke in the air. You wouldn't be happy singing here today.
Good.
All right. So back to the music. Mm-hmm. When did you first pick up a guitar or any other musical instrument?
So I think I got the guitar when I was 9 because I was just singing a lot and listening to music a lot. So then my parents were like, "Oh, let's get him a guitar." And I don't think I ever let go of that guitar since I was 9. And then after that, I started picking up bass, and then I was like, well, I want to learn piano. How about I play mandolin? And then I just kind of spiraled into here.
And did you naturally pick up on how to play these different instruments, or
I was taught guitar from my guitar teacher, Mark. Then everything else I kind of just picked up along the way.
All right. So would you say you have an innate ability for music?
You could say that. You could say that.
Are you being modest?
Yes.
All right. Because from what I've heard, you rock that guitar. I've seen some stuff.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
I like to think so.
Well, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. You play both cover songs and original songs. What's your favorite cover song to play?
My favorite song, that's a good question, actually. I would probably say at the moment, If We Were Vampires by Jason Isbell, just because it has like a really nice acoustic guitar part, but the lyrics I feel like are so clever compared to a lot of songs you hear nowadays are just kind of the same subject. But his, it's kind of like a really clever take. Like the main lyric is, if we were vampires and life was a joke. And it's kind of like saying that maybe time running out, maybe knowing there is an end is like a gift because it makes you want to enjoy life more. I feel like that's just such a clever concept to sing about. So that's a really fun song.
That's a Stoic concept. If you're
Yes.
familiar with the Stoics, I don't know if you've read any Marcus Aurelius at age 30, but yeah, that's one of those that's one of those high level concepts
Yes.
that is, I think, special for even days like today, where a lot of people are down on what's happening, and they're not looking at today as a gift.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I love that you already know that at 13. It's crazy. Have you heard from any of the original artists for the covers that you've played and put up on YouTube?
Well, Chris Jansen actually, the guitar I use all the time, he was the one who gave it to me, which is really cool. But no.
I actually saw that that clip.
Mhm.
Who sent that to me? Probably your mother. Is that on YouTube somewhere? That him giving you that guitar?
Oh yes, I think that's on Instagram, the video of it.
And how old were you when that happened?
I was I think I was 11 or 11.
Okay, all
10
right.
or 11.
That was so exciting and moving
Yes.
for me to see. I can
I
only
think that was
imagine.
probably the best day of my life to this day.
I can only imagine. That is
Yeah.
fabulous, and congratulations on that.
Yeah.
So, I would like for you to play something because, music, music, music. And I noted on your YouTube channel, which you have a YouTube channel. Tell me a little bit about
Yes.
that.
So Jack Robert Music is my YouTube channel. I started it in quarantine because I was bored. And then I just started posting covers and then people actually watched them, which was surprising. And then I just kind of kept doing it from then, doing some more covers, put some originals on there. Yeah.
You started a YouTube channel because of quarantine. I started
Quarantine.
my COVID duck
Oh,
chronicles because of
yes, I love watching your ducks.
my ducks are crazy. Maybe there's a song there. Maybe there's a song there you could
Oh, a
write.
song about ducks,
Well,
maybe.
I actually sing to them.
Oh,
We'll have to talk about this later. I sing them a pretty little duckling song. Maybe you want to
ooh.
pick up on it. So I've seen two original songs that you have up on
Yes.
YouTube. One is called Money Man, which
Hmm.
is wonderful. And the other is called We Are Free, which it just
Yes.
has such a beautiful chorus. And I thought maybe you might sing one of those.
Well, I
But
was actually thinking, if it's okay, I have another original song that's not out anywhere.
another
But
one? Wait a minute. Are you saying that we have a debut Jack Robert music song coming up
I
right now?
think so. I think so. If that's all right.
Oh, that's perfectly all right.
So this one is called Back to the Memory of You. I'm only going to play the chorus because,
It's a
yeah,
teaser.
a little teaser.
All right.
Now whenever I hear that song, it takes me back when I was strong. Felt good at the time, but I knew I was wrong. Even though you're gone, I made a mistake. It was a long shot. I abused my trust, and now it's lost. Whether I like it or not, it brings me back to the memory of you. Back to the memory of you. You like it?
You rock that guitar. I mean, all right. So I watched one of your video, was it Jack on the Rocks or Jack Robert
Live on the Rocks? Yes.
Live on the Rocks? You were up in Maine at one of my sister's homes, Susan Russo and her husband Jim, and they have a huge exposed rock,
Oh,
and they invited their neighbors over, and you rocked not only the rock but the whole
yeah.
yard. I mean, you were everywhere. Where did you learn your moves? I mean, you've got this exuberance and this energy that I mean, I was dancing while I was listening to you.
Well, I think my favorite thing to do, obviously pre-quarantine, was just go to concerts. Like every morning I'd say, hey mom, can we go to this concert? Hey mom. So I just loved like watching them perform live. And I think having been to seeing Chris Jansen, Keith Urban, Zach, all these great entertainers, you just kind of pick up on what they do and then kind of bring it into the show.
Not everyone can do that, and you do it really well. So I'm very excited for you. I am. What are your musical goals
My musical goals, like for when?
for, let's say, all right, you're 13 now.
Yes.
What would you like to have accomplished by the time you're 18?
Well, I'm 18. I think I want to have some sort of music like out on Spotify and stuff. Like be able to be purchased and listened to or streamed. Like actually officially released is what I mean by that. And
All
then
right.
it would also be cool to have my record or music on a record. That's a goal of mine, to be able to do that. Because I'm a big record fan. You see my record collection over there. So that would be kind of cool to say, hey, this is my record. And I would like to have played for Jason Isbell. That's a big one, but if I can open up for him, then that would be probably a big goal.
Those are great goals, and I have a feeling you're going to meet every one of them.
I hope so.
Here's kind of a different question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you're sad?
What
Well,
do I do?
first of all, are you ever sad? And
Well, I
what do
like
you?
to be happy. When I'm like, I guess not sad, but just annoyed with quarantine. Like, because quarantine, when you're in a family of 6 with 2 little siblings, it can get a little aggressive. Usually, I'll either blast Ashley McBride on my record player or sing very loudly Ashley McBride. She's an upcoming country artist, and a lot of her songs are very aggressive.
All right. Is your room soundproofed, or does your family leave when you when you're trying to get happy?
Oh yes, my amp. Technically, I'm not allowed to put it over than 3, because even at 3, it's a little aggressive. But yeah, they don't mind, I think. Sorry that or I can't hear them yelling at me. So.
Would you sing the chorus of "We Are Free"?
We are free. I think so. I think I can.
Where's my candle?
A little strained this morning.
That's all right. Well, I was going to ask you what your biggest challenges are right now, and the voice thing one of them? I mean, let's
Yes,
be
I'd
real.
say.
You're
At
13.
13, yes, it is probably the biggest one, just because like one week I'll be like, oh yeah, I can sing this song next week. All right, new song today.
And so how do you feel about this? Are you worried about it?
Well, I think it comes with like pluses or advantages and disadvantages, because like I can no longer sing Taylor Swift, which is a little depressing, but now I can sing Jason Isbell better and more songs like that.
All right. Because it's just not fair that, boys have to go through that. But I don't know. Maybe we won't get into what's fair and what's not fair with the process you're going through right now. You have a buddy who helps record you. Tell me about him.
Jack from Jax Tracks, yes.
Jack from Jax Tracks.
So he has a record YouTube channel where he talks about vinyl records because he's big on that. But we actually just did a 1-hour song challenge over at his channel, where he has like a huge record collection, like 500 records. So we'll go through and then we'll pick a record, and then we'll try to re-record our favorite song from it in 1 hour, which you're probably like, oh, 1 hour, that's a lot of time. But if you're recording bass, drums, guitar, vocals, it's a lot. But I'm actually very excited because today we're going to do about 3 or 4 more. So Yeah.
And are they up on his channel yet?
One of them is. The first one is.
All right. I will definitely check that out, and I'll have a link to his YouTube channel as well when we're done with this. You mentioned your siblings. You have two sisters and a younger brother, and I've seen Charlie, your younger brother, accompany you
Yeah.
on drums.
Yeah.
Will he continue to do that?
Well, I think that day he was just really excited about playing drums, and sometimes, he'll be like, "Yeah, I want to play drums." Occasionally, I'm just like, "No." So we'll see. We're gonna try and get him back on. Yes.
Well, I've got to say, he has a remarkable sense
Mm.
of syncopation.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure with all the concerts you've been to, when you go to a concert and the whoever's playing on stage,
Mhm.
starts this number and,
Yeah.
wants everyone to clap along. And you just wait for that moment when everybody's off sync, because it usually happens.
Yeah.
Charlie has it down. He has it nailed.
Mm.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, and it's funny because I was waiting for that because, he's young. He's really young. But
Yeah.
you obviously in your family, I would say at least in the male part of the family, have a great sense of rhythm. So that's
Yes.
exciting. All right. My last question is, what did I not ask you that you wish I had asked you in this interview?
Oh, that's a good one. I guess. Not sure. I've never been interviewed before. The first.
I think didn't Jack from Jax Tracks
Oh
interview you
yes,
once?
he did do
Ah,
a quick interview. That was a quickie.
he
Well, a
did
little
it.
test run.
All righty, all righty.
Yeah.
So think about it. Like, what else would you want to share with the world about you, about your music?
Guess maybe if I have any future plans. I guess that might be a good question.
Hmm.
Because I'm going to the studio for the first time this Thursday, which is very exciting.
Where's the studio?
The studio is about half an hour. It's right outside of Baltimore.
All right.
It's called Stages, and I'm going to record a demo that I'm going to try and get to Chris Jansen, and then also an original song, which I might put on my YouTube channel and maybe other places too.
Well, these are some really short-term goals. I mean, I asked you about long-term
Yes.
goals, about recording and all that kind of stuff. And right now you're doing some of the things that you had scheduled for your long-term goals.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to get there.
That is really exciting. Do you have any messages for people your age about this
um,
time? Because this is a tough time. I mean, we're still
yeah,
in a global pandemic.
we are. And that is very, very just. I would say use the internet to like your best ability, because I feel like now when you can't really be out playing shows, which is usually a big thing for musicians, or necessarily going to like I'm just going with myself and an engineer. I can't bring like a full band or anything. So I think really use like YouTube is a great way to get on these podcasts and things like that just to try and get your name out there.
And do those more of those concerts open air, right?
On
I
the
mean,
rocks, yeah, open air, like outside.
have you done one in your own neighborhood?
I actually just did a concert. Well, it wasn't a full concert. I did a few songs with the local band at a brewery outside, and it was pretty fun. I did Sweet Home and Fortunate Son, which was pretty
That
exciting.
that is absolutely fabulous. Anything else? Any words of advice? I don't know. When you're going to come out to Colorado, come sing to my ducks. They would
I would
love it.
love to sing to your ducks. It's a little bit long of a drive, a little long drive.
That'll be, you don't have your license yet.
Yes,
That'll be a recording that we definitely have to get at some
it's
point.
me and the
You and
ducks.
the ducks. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jack Robert, I am honored and this was delightful. Thank you so much
Thank you for
for
having me.
coming and sharing your gifts. Could we maybe do an interview later at another time in the future?
Love to, yes.
And will you still remember me
I
when
will.
you're rich and famous?
Yes.
Thank you, Jack, and thank you, listeners out there. Please follow Jack Robert Music on YouTube. I will have links to the different things that we mentioned here on my channel. Follow me at leadvillelaurel.com. And Jack Robert, keep singing, keep writing, keep smiling.
Thank you.
Love that smile. And we'll see you later.